Time. What is time? Swiss manufactured, French hoarded, Italian squandered, Americans say it is money, Hindus say it does not exist. You know what I say? I say time is a crook.
If you saw him once, you never forgot him. He was what the studios called a character actor, but what exactly did that mean? That at 5'3", he wasn't tall enough to be a leading man? It didn't matter. Whether he was opposite Humphrey Bogart or Jerry Lewis, he stole every scene he was in. His appearance changed all the time, his weight fluctuated, and there was a period where his hair seemed different from one movie to the next. For the man who knew too much, he even put a stripe in his hair. That was 40 years before David Bowie ever did it.
Very amusing.
But it was the face. That's what stuck with you. He always looked sleepy, slightly bored with what was happening in the scene around him. Then, in an instant, the eyes would pop. He'd go from bored to horrified in a split second. And of course, there's the voice.
I am not a liar, but you are a coward. You don't want to hear the truth.
Imitated by dozens of stand-up comics throughout the 1950s and 60s, it was so slithery.
I'm a businessman. See, Danny boy, I think I can do business with you very nice.
If a reptile could speak, it would sound something like Peter Lorre. His real name was Laszlo Lowenstein. He was born June 26, 1904, in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He left home at 17, took up a life on the stage. He appeared in productions throughout Austria and Germany. In 1931, he landed the role that changed his life. For director Fritz Lang, Lorre played the child murderer in M. It was a haunting film, and Lorre was so effective that Hollywood came calling, and the rest of his career would have been the envy of any so-called character actor. He worked for such directors as Alfred Hitchcock, Frank Capra, John Huston, and the film titles are astounding. Mad Love, The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, Passage to Marseille, Arsenic and Old Lace, The Beast with Five Fingers, Beat the Devil, so many more. He played crooks and mad scientists and spies. At one point he was in line to play Dr. Frankenstein for Universal, but he turned it down. By then, he played so many villains that he wanted to appear in some comedies. Sometimes he got the chance. In My Favorite Brunette, he played a comic version of himself, out to menace Bob Hope and Dorothy Lamour.
Need any help? Give me that record. Back away, gremlin.
All right.
And don't forget him as Mr. Moto. He played the wily detective 8 times for 20th Century Fox. This was not Lorre's favorite role, but the series was popular and he was under contract. But even in a role he didn't care for, he was great. Lorre left us too soon. He was 59 when he died in 1964, but his image seemed immortal. He allegedly inspired the character of Gomez in the Addams Family cartoons in The New Yorker. Then a generation of children in the 1970s saw him incarnated as the ghostly mascot of a popular breakfast cereal, Boo Berry. Then in the 1990s, that familiar voice was heard again, this time in the Nickelodeon series Ren and Stimpy. He may have ended up as a cartoon character, but when discussing the golden age of Hollywood, you have to mention Peter Lorre. Consider this: Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon were selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry.
You may have the Falcon, but we certainly have you.
That means we'll be looking at Peter Lorre for a long, long time. Good work, Laszlo Lowenstein.
Oh, it's you.
For Film Masters, this is Don Stradley.